I'm Miss Jane, and I'm excited to welcome you to another Camp SPL Monday Funday. And I'm here to introduce our community partner from HRSD, the Hampton Roads Sanitation District, and they're going to lead us through an awesome discussion. And I hope you guys registered for your kits, and I hope you enjoy this presentation.
Hey everyone, my name is Lacey and I am the Community Education and Outreach Specialist for HRSD, which stands for the Hampton Roads Sanitation District. At HRSD, we are responsible for cleaning wastewater. So, wastewater is everything that travels down your sink, your toilet, your dishwasher, your washing machine, any dirty or used water that travels through your home. It ends up at one of our treatment plants, and we clean that water, and we clean that water so well that we can put it out into the Chesapeake Bay. That's what we've been doing really for 80 years since we were created in 1940. Today what I want to talk about is something different that HRSD is doing, and this has to do with our new project called SWIFT. Now, SWIFT stands for the Sustainable Water Initiative for Tomorrow, and we currently have a research center at our Nansman treatment plant in Suffolk. Now, what we're doing at SWIFT is we are cleaning wastewater, and we're taking about 1 million gallons of cleaned wastewater from the Nansman treatment plant, and we're bringing it to SWIFT. And at SWIFT, we're cleaning that water through an advanced water treatment process all the way to drinking water standards. Yeah, so water that used to go down your toilet can be cleaned all the way to drinking water standards, which is pretty incredible. But instead of running that water to your tap, we're actually going to be using that water to recharge our Potomac Aquifer. The Potomac Aquifer is the groundwater source in Eastern Virginia. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to make what we like to call an edible aquifer. So not only will this help you be able to see what an aquifer really looks like, it will also help you, you'll also be able to eat it, which is awesome, right? All right, so it's time to make our aquifer. All right, so first we're gonna start off, I'm just gonna let you know everything that we have here. So we have our clear cup. So you can use a clear cup this big, or you can use something smaller, but it just needs to be clear so that you can see the layers in the aquifer. Next up, we have some yogurt here. This is just like vanilla yogurt, and you are going to use this to represent our clay layer. We also have some sandwich cookies. So I've crushed a few at the bottom, but we're gonna end up crushing these to put these inside of our aquifer. This will go on the top like land. We have some mini chocolate chips, and these chocolate chips are gonna act as our gravel. And it's important to have the mini ones just because gravel is really small. They're very, very small rocks. So I think it's nice to be able to have the really small ones. And then we have some granola here, and this granola represents sand, and I think it's really appropriate because it's a sandish color. So we have some granola here. We have some sprinkles. These sprinkles are going to go on top of our Oreo cookies at the very end. And we have some ice. I have pretty big chunks of ice, but it also works really well with like crushed ice or smaller pieces of ice. I have my reusable straw. You can use a reusable straw. You also might want a spoon. A spoon might be easier to eat your aquifer at the end, but a straw is going to be representative. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then we have our soda or seltzer water, sparkling water, anything like that. Just something clear and preferably bubbly. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna take our cup here, and this is gonna hold our aquifer. And so just a little bit of information about an aquifer and what an aquifer is. So an aquifer is really an underground water source. You can think about it like an underground holding tank for water. It holds water underground. And a lot of times what people use to get that water is a well. And so for us, at the very end, we're gonna use a straw to represent that well, but people use a well to pump the water up and to use the water. So what we found with the Potomac Aquifer are a few things. So one of them is that we are pumping up a lot more water and using a lot more water than is naturally replenished. So if you think back to the water cycle, we talk about evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and then we talk about collection, where water falls and collects. And one of those places is the ground. But here, what we found in our Potomac Aquifer is the water just isn't traveling fast enough to replace what we're using on a daily basis. So we found that there are some consequences that are happening in our aquifer. One of those is land subsidence, and that takes place when the aquifer really starts to compress or get squeezed. And so what happens is we can notice that we actually have more flooding. And in Hampton Roads, we do know that we are prevalent for flooding, and that's something that we're trying to face and combat. So we can tell when we put water into the aquifer through Swift, we can actually see the land kind of rebound, which is pretty cool. Another thing that we've noticed with all of the water being drawn from the aquifer is something called salt water intrusion. Now, that means that salt water from the ocean is actually moving into the aquifer, which is not good. And the reason why it's not good is because the aquifer is a fresh water source. So in order to keep it that way, we are hoping that by putting the water back into the ground, by recharging the Potomac Aquifer with Swift water, we can help reverse some of that saltwater intrusion and preserve the fresh water inside of the aquifer. All right, so now that we know a little bit about the aquifer, let's get started. So we have our cup. The first thing that we're going to add at the bottom are the pieces of ice. I'm just gonna add a couple. So these pieces of ice are going to represent our rocks, all right? So we have our rocks down at the bottom of the aquifer, and then what we also have in our aquifer is we have pieces of gravel. And I remember I told you that the gravel are gonna be these little mini chocolate chips. So we're gonna put some of these chocolate chips in here. All right, and then we also have some sand. And remember, the sand is gonna be represented by our granola. All right, so what's really cool about this and what's really cool about this aquifer is that the water is actually held in the spaces in between these rocks and gravel and sand. So our water is going to be our seltzer, sparkling soda, whatever it is that you want to find, just some clear bubbly liquid. And we're just gonna pour just enough to cover the top. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? So we have a confined aquifer. Our Potomac Aquifer is confined, which means that in between these layers of water, we have something called clay, and we have different kinds of clay, but the clay is going to be represented by this yogurt. And I have a spoon to kind of scoop out this yogurt and represent a confined layer, and it just makes it difficult for the water to get through. So you can think about it like that. When you think of something being confined, like a confined space, it's difficult to get through. Not impossible, but difficult. And the same is true in our aquifer, and that's one of the reasons why that water takes so long to travel through the aquifer, because it's a confined aquifer. Okay, so we actually have completed our first layer here. So I'll do one more layer. I only have one more cube of ice, which is fine. You could add more ice than just this cube. So we have our rock, and then we have some gravel. All right, and then we have some sand. And then we have some more water. All right, and then what we're gonna do at this point, now that we see the different layers in our aquifer, how cool is that? Look at all those different layers. Now we're actually gonna put the top part of the aquifer on. So this is going to represent the land on top, or the soil. So these sandwich cookies is just gonna be very, very rich soil on top. I just like to crush them up. Just put them on top. Your hands are probably gonna get a little messy, but that's part of the fun, right? Crush, crush, crush. Crush on top. And then the last thing I like to add are sprinkles. And I like to use the colorful sprinkles because it just represents all the beautiful colors that you see on land. So you have trees, and you have fallen leaves, and you have flowers blooming. You have people of all shapes, colors, and sizes. And I think that colored sprinkles just really do that justice. So this is just a reminder that on the very top of our aquifer, we do have land. So all of this is taking place underground. So I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more to make a bigger layer. So yeah, all of this is taking place underground, all the aquifer action. And we're all up here above ground. Hanging out. And you can see that. All right, and so now the last part of our aquifer is going to be our straw, preferably a reusable straw, and this is going to represent the well. So just like in real life, we use a well to draw up water, you're actually gonna stick your straw down in your aquifer, and with the well, you would pull up the water, and with this, you can actually take a sip. If you'd like, you can also use a spoon and eat it. It's really up to you. But I hope you had a great time making this aquifer, and I hope that you have learned a little bit more about HRSD and SWIFT. Be sure to check out our SWIFT virtual tour and also check out our website at hrsd.com/SWIFT. Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining us for another Camp Monday Fun Day. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and please join me in thanking our community partners so much for helping us out.